Good morning and welcome to the Automation News Headline Show for Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. I hope you're all doing great. Just a new note for a programming note. Tomorrow there's construction going on here, so no Automation Minute or show for tomorrow. And on Thursday, I'm doing some in-person training, teaching 4 people how to do control logics. So there will be no news on Thursday. Friday, we should have the Q&A, the question of the week, and the hour of open offices for students. If students want to connect to the Teams meeting and ask questions, that's completely free for all of my students in level 2 courses that are courses over $48. So in any case, with those things out of the way, let's take a look at the top stories today, the headlines in industrial automation. And first we start with Rockwell Automation. Rockwell Automation announces that Automation Fair 2024 is registration is now open. I won't be going to California. It's just an expense I don't have in my budget, but I have reached out to him to see if I can get him to come on the podcast and tell us what do you mean that by it's expanded and what's going to be new and exciting about this year's show. From there, we go over to obviously MDT or AMDT. They just released version 992 of Version Dog. A lot of bug fixes in here, especially for TIA Portal, RS Logix 5000, RS Logix 5, and Factory Talk View ME. So if you're running Version Dog, you may want to check out version 992. Next up, we see that our friends over at Copia, they've launched support for Device Link. It now supports Step 7 5.x software. I don't know why 5x is staying out there. Maybe some older CPUs can't go above 5x. Love to hear why Step 7 5x it hangs on for so long. I'm assuming that there's older hardware that programs in it. But in any case, if you're using Copia, using Device Link, you now have support for Step 7 5.x software. From there, we go over to Advant Tech. They just launched their new industrial DIN rail edge computer, the UNO 148V2, with advanced AI capabilities, including support for NVIDIA's MXM GPU module, which is based on the Ampere architecture. I'm not familiar with that module, but hey, if you're looking for edge AI, this may be an option. Also, AS Rock Industrial launched their new Intel Core 14, let's see if I can say that right, Intel Core 14 gen processor motherboards. So these are industrial PC motherboards with the latest from Intel on them. And so if you're interested in building your own industrial computer, you can with those. Over at the Automation School, we got 2 things happening. The PLC Basics First Edition and Second Edition, plus the PLC 5 SLC 500 courses are all getting an update on how to get RS Logix and RS Emulate for free. Later on, I'll be putting in lessons on how to use the debug files to simulate your process if you don't actually have buttons and switches and all that. There are some people that are just doing everything on the laptop and they don't want to have to wire up a PLC, so want to make sure people understand how to do that. And then back on the Unified HMI course, I'm also doing the widget machine on that, working on getting the files that I'm going to give to you students so you guys can actually go through those lessons before we go on to the blow molding machine where we do all the advanced stuff. All right, from there, just in case you missed it yesterday, we released an episode of the Automation Minute and an episode of the Automation Show for members. The Automation Minute shows you how to get RS Logix and Emulate for free. Rockwell changed it a little bit, so I wanted to update this video. And then as a follow-on to that, for members, at the level 1 level, $10 a month, I went through and did a video, I think it's 30 to 40 minutes, and we look at the debug files inside Emulate. If any of you still running SLC 500s, PLC 5s, MicroLogix, you really love using the free emulator with the debug files. You can do some great stuff with it. And so I ran through that. I am asking members to give me ideas for next week's Automation Show in Minute, so please send those in. From there, we go over to Fanuc. They had 3 announcements over the last few days. First of all, they have a new R5i. This is a robot controller. They also have a new RoboDrill vertical machining center. What does that look like? Looks like that. Very cool looking, right? And then from there, we go over to their new 5-axis CNC controller. So if we go over, take a look at what it looks like. It's the 500i-A. You can see it. Man, CNCs have come a long way. We actually had a CNC expert on last year to talk about how far CNCs has come. check out the Automation Podcast if you want to see that episode. And then Turr, these showed up this week, but they have older dates on them, so I don't know what's going on here, but I figured I'd cover them anyways. So their TX800 HMI PLC that is based on CodeSys, I believe version 3, was highlighted, as well as their Ethernet IP encoders, single turn and multi-turn. And over at SMC, we have a new air cylinder, 3 times the durability. This is their MB2 series. And we had a couple of great articles. First of all, this one from Universal Robots. I really enjoyed it. I didn't agree with everything in it, but it was an excellent article. It's a status report on the physical AI revolution. And then there was another excellent article. This one kind of looked at 62443 from a different angle. It's looking at legacy products and 62443. Of course, you guys know we've had ISA on a number of times to talk about 62443. And I really liked how this article took a different angle at that. And then as in the video section, Yaskawa reposted a video from a local news station that was covering a company that's making a truck that uses robots, or in this case, a Yaskawa robot arm, to paint lines on the street. So I enjoyed that one. And then upcoming in what's coming up, there's this, looks like going to be an excellent webinar from M&T, Metla Toledo, next week. It's September 3rd. It's 1 hour, 11 a.m. Eastern. Industry 4.0, and the role of weighing automation in digital transformation. So you got that. And then if you want to catch the full show, I do every day, or the members only shows. Check out either theautomationblog.com/join for $10 a month. You get all the level 1 benefits. You can also do the same thing over at YouTube. We're at Insights IA now. I think you can still do Insights and Automation, spell it out without the at. But in any case, at Insights IA/join, and you can become a member there as well. I'm trying to keep parity between the 2 locations. And with that, that's the end of today's show. I want to wish you guys a great week. We're going to have construction here tomorrow. We're going to have students in-house learning control logics on our systems on Thursday. So I won't see you until Friday. So I hope your midweek is awesome. I want to wish you health and happiness. And hey, if you did enjoy this episode, please give us a like, a sub, and a share. That's the only way to grow the audience, is through you guys, liking and adding subscriptions. That's just how the algorithm works on most platforms. But with any case, I want to wish you guys all health and happiness again. And until next time, my friends, peace.